Hello and welcome to Who Podcast the Watchmen, episode number 9, where we ask that age-old question every time. Whatever happened to the American dream?
You're looking at it. It came true.
Hey, looking at it. I am Phil, and that handsome man in his basement is
Tyler. Man, I really wish I had a comedian button. I need one.
You wanted to smoke the cigars.
I just had my brother dress up as a comedian and hang out behind me.
Be the smartest man on the city, Ty. It's funny you mentioned the comedian, but we'll get there.
Well, I mean, the story of Watchmen is about his death.
All right, so once again, we have no news.
Yeah, no news. But I figure we'll get slammed with some eventually.
Oh, yeah, eventually we might just have to have an episode where it's like news and no issue, no comic book issue. All right, but yeah, so of course, since we did 2 last time, this time we're going to review Before Watchmen, Silk Spectre, number 3.
Number 3.
Falling down the rabbit hole, Alice.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the first page is like trippy enough as it is.
Well, yeah, it picks up exactly where we left off last issue, where she's like tripping balls.
She sees Greg and he's in 4 different colors.
Oh yeah, he turns blue and he says, "And I was getting so blue."
I mean, it's more of her realizing something's going on. The chairman, yeah, is definitely a Frank Sinatra. She's trying to stay calm, but she's tripping.
Yeah, well,
she's talking to her.
She knows she's been drugged, but she's like, yeah, but it's like hitting her. She's like, oh, is it so bad, really? You know, this one's charming. Then the cat starts talking to her, and she's like, okay, I feel like a fairy tale princess.
And then it's just, I love the artwork goes with like her mindset and how crazy it is.
But then things go dark.
Yeah.
Things go dark. She's worried about her bird she left at her mom's, and
isn't that supposed to be about her thing? It's like Lori's mind goes to dark places. And then we get I bet you still think that big hooded goon was your dad.
Oh boy, that's all. I was thinking, boy, that's way off base. What did Justice?
Yeah, and then we get that picture of basically Sally. All the Minutemen.
Hell, there could be 20, 50, maybe 100 that are your dad.
And then we get the nice little spiral artwork of her brain.
And then who's that she sees? It looks like, is that supposed to be the skipper from Gilligan's Island?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's like talking to her, and then it morphs into her mom.
Yeah.
And then, finally, back to regular art.
Well, yeah, I guess it wears off eventually. But
and it's Sally yelling at Hollis.
Oh yeah, that's the interesting thing. Yeah, we see an image of Sally yelling at her, "Get back to reality." And then it kind of transitions to Sally talking to Hollis on the phone. She's like, "Where is she?"
And she says, "You know, she's writing you, not me." And then she says, "Well, since you're not man enough to get off here."
First he's like, give her some space. She'll come back. He's like, if you go rushing after her, you're just gonna push her away forever. And he's like, you know, she's gonna see how tough it is out there, and then she'll come home. Yeah, that's when she says what?
And then she says, "Yeah, get off here and find her. I'm calling someone who is."
Mm-hmm.
And then Hollis makes a phone call. And
Oh, but
then we
before
get
we get too far, we did hit the title page when Sally's on the
yeah,
phone with Hollis. No the story, no illusion. Once again by Darwin Cook and Amanda Connor.
Amanda Connor art, Darwin Cook and Amanda Connor script, Paul Mountain's colors, Carlos.
And yeah, like with all these before Watchmen series, don't give these to your kids.
Yep.
Got like, especially this series, I'm surprised with like the teenage girls, like nudity and.
Well, they're all teenagers in the 60s.
Yeah.
She wakes up naked next to her boyfriend. She goes walking out to go to the toilet, and there's a bunch of naked people asleep in her room. And she goes back upstairs and finds out Greg is laying there basically OD'd.
Drooling something green out of his mouth.
Yeah, it's intense. Then they're in the hospital. She's telling me about everything about her fighting. He says that he wants to be her sidekick. Then we have the little like insert of like the artwork of a princess and a dying prince for her adventure story.
Well, because he's laying there almost like he's in a coma, but she's like, I should have told you before, but she's like, I've been out at night as Silk Spectre. Which at first I was like, wait a minute, does he know what that is? But yeah, in issue 1, he knew all about her mom and stuff.
It's like, you go out at night dressed as your mom.
She's like, we should have been a team.
And then we hear the doctor and the nurse talking. They mentioned there's more people that's in there that's overdosed.
I mean, I don't know if it was like this in the 60s, but like you would think the doctor would call the cops or something. The kid's just like, oh, you kids had better take it easy on those acid parties.
Well, I mean, depends on the kind of doctor. Maybe he's tripping out, with them. Or he's doing something. Maybe he's selling.
You know how many years it took me to master the acid, kids?
Yeah. He's like, you know how much stuff it takes me to even get high anymore? You kids don't even know what it's like to get high.
Takes me at least 5 of those buttons to feel anything.
That's just a tickle. And I thought this was kind of odd, where she goes off and says, I got to buy some boots.
Well, yeah, I mean, it seems kind of silly, but I mean, if you're fighting for your life, you don't want to be like slipping in your shoes or, twisting an ankle or something.
Earlier she had on, when she was fighting, she had on like ankle high boots.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think at one point last issue, I think it showed her, I don't know if it was like high heels or some kind of like strappy shoes or something.
Yeah, they're just like an ankle high boot that she was wearing.
I'm just surprised. Like, I'm surprised she didn't make some kind of comment in this where it's like, oh, my mother never wore sensible shoes. How did she do this?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you on that one.
But I love she just like smashes in the guy's like store's closed. She just smashes in the window. She's like, I'm taking these. She's like, but I'll pay for it. I'll pay for them.
Well, I like what he says. It must be something in the water.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, huh. And I just noticed like the earrings that she puts on are smiley faces.
Yep. Well, those was the ones she got last issue, I believe.
She's taking them off the rack.
Mm-hmm.
You can see her taking them when she says there's something in the water.
I love how she wants like more sensible like boots and stuff. And I guess it gives you more range of mobility and stuff. But I mean, that skirt's pretty short.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you're going to fight a bunch of dudes, you want to distract them. But no, not in the 60s. They already seen it all. And then the next page, back to our 9-panel grid.
Greg wakes up in the morgue, the hospital morgue, I believe.
With a good friend who's not very, very funny.
No. Daddy's home.
I love how he's like, either way, you're never going to see Lori Jupiter again. You can take this needle and get in the... Where is it? You can take the needle and get in the drawer, or you can go to Da Nang. So he's like, I'm going to send you to Vietnam.
Yeah, he's like, you either enlist or you're dead.
So, okay. So I've always wondered, like, when the comedian found out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I was reading this issue. I was
Spoilers.
like, well, let's get further in this issue because there's something I will kind of goes along with that. But so basically, Lori goes back to the Sandoz Club.
Shouldn't this be called the Giant Orgy Club?
I know. Well,
Panel.
She kicks in the guy who I'm assuming that's one of the ones she broke. He has a broken leg. That's one she already tangled with. But yeah, she knocks him in there. Just a giant orgy going on.
I know that. I was like, holy crap! Like, that's when I was like, this is not like. I felt awkward reading this one.
I know, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to remember the series we haven't got to yet, but this might have like the most nudity in it.
There's something in the Night Owl one, but I don't think. I think the drawing art is.
I'm just saying the amount. I think we get more like different nudity. Well, and then we see Guru Steen, full frontal.
Yeah, and she just kicks him in the face.
Well, she starts with the face.
And then the chairman trying to hold back his bikini-clad women.
Mm-hmm. Are those his bodyguards?
Yeah.
He's like, he's like, bravo, chickie. He's like, what do you do for an encore? And she's like, you. She's like, you're my encore, you twisted old. If one or more of my friends gets sick from that you're peddling, I'll come back here and feed you your balls. It's like, why? So what? If he sells to anyone but your friends, it's okay. It's not very
she should just fed him his balls.
Mm-hmm. And then the female bodyguards want to like, the one says I'm gonna split her in two, and he's like, no. He's like, easy. She made her point, haven't you?
She's like, my name isn't Chicky. It's Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go back to our good old 9-panel grid where the comedian.
And it's not enough for it's not enough for Greg to go to Vietnam, but he's like, here, see this letter, rewrite it in your own handwriting, which I guess is just Greg telling Lori, I'm leaving, and he's like, no, and he's like, write it, or I'll drag you back there and put you in that effing drawer.
And he said, bleeping bleep.
Uh-huh.
And then we get the nice 9-panel grid of the comedian in Lori's room.
That's the part where I'm like, he's like staring at her. Is he, if he doesn't know she's his daughter, spoilers, but is he starting to suspect? I mean, do you think maybe he looks at her and he's like, wait a minute, she looks a little like me?
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if he's always had an inkling, a notion, but then like he sees the smiley face button and everything.
Yeah, plus he's like a government spook too. I wonder if there's a way like he could like subtly get like a DNA test done without anybody knowing too.
Oh, there probably is.
Because all you have to probably needs like a strand of hair or something. But yeah, he picks up one of those smiley faces. And he leaves the letter.
Now, I'm trying to think. We'll look at it when we do the comedians. Because I'm like, when did he adopt the smiley face? Like, maybe is that the reason why he has the smiley face?
I would assume. That's I mean, we
that's
didn't
where
see
he got it from?
Well, I would think so. Or at least the idea of it, if not the original, but see that everyone thought it was a smiley face because he's the comedian. Maybe that's why he kept it the whole time, because he knows she's his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last part is where Lori starts to read the letter.
Well, yeah, her girlfriend comes up and she's like, we got to get, her one friend's in jail, and she's like, we got to get to the hospital and see Greg. And then she's getting dressed. She sees the letter, and they only give us the first line, "Dear Lori,"
and that's all we get.
But from her face, it's not good. But yeah, so again, this is issue 3, so only one more issue of Silk Spectre.
Which I like I told you before, I forgot that it was only 4 issues.
Yep. So for those reading ahead, what did we say we're doing next? Is it Comedian? I thought we had
one. I have to go. I think so, because I gotta go pick it up from the library because I got the email that it's in.
So. Okay. Yeah, because I think that's the one you mentioned was Comedian, yeah.
It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I like this one. I look forward to finishing out the story.
So yeah, not only a good issue if you're an action fan or of good storytelling or graphic nudity, good issue for you all around, but also the origin of the comedian's smiley face button.
Mm-hmm. Little things you might miss, you might not think about, like if you're not reading it like in some sort of a chronology.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, Tyler, final thoughts. What was your favorite part of this?
My favorite part is the fact that comedian showed up.
Yes. Yeah.
But I mean, I also really like Lori going. Like, I really like her going to the club with like Fearless. Like it's so Spectre. She's kicking everybody. Everybody's naked. Doesn't face her at all. She's like, whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting to see her as a hero on her own before the whole Dr. Manhattan thing.
Because I mean, that's pretty much what she gets known for.
Mm-hmm.
Like that becomes her identity. And it's like as soon as she forms her identity in herself, she loses it again.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Did she even have a chance? I mean, she's trying, but did she ever really have like an honest chance to form her own identity? Because she had to take her mother's identity, and then there's the whole thing with the shadow of the comedian, and then once Dr. Manhattan comes in, it's like that's why she was so angry in the movie and the original story. Everyone just wanted her to be like a part of them.
Exactly. Nobody wanted her to be her.
She was angry. All right. Is that it?
Yep.
All right. All right. So, yeah, everyone join us next time for Silk Spectre number 4, where we wrap up this storyline. And you can send your thoughts on this, or like we said, we're doing the comedian series after this. So if you want to read ahead, send us your thoughts. Send them ahead of time. We'll read. That way we'll have them for the episode when we do the issues. Capes and Lunatics at gmail.com or the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And follow us facebook.com/WhoPodsWatchmen, at WhoPodsWatchmen on Twitter, and CL Sidekicks on Twitter. And Tyler, where can people send you smiley face buttons?
Send me the smiley face button. Find me at JTY Patrick on Twitter and at Krypton Report on Twitter and Facebook, where I host the Krypton Report pod. All things Superman related, Supergirl, Krypton. It's a good time over there.
Yeah, seriously.
Supergirl's coming back, so
yep,
it'll be cool.
So yeah, follow Tyler for all your Kryptonian needs. And that sounded way dirtier than I intended it to. But yeah, and please give me a follow at Nightwing PDP on Twitter. Oh my God, it will never happen in a million years. But if anyone wants to do an interview, hey, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, email me nightwingpdp@gmail.com.
We'll interview the guy in the back in the first scene of the film who gets killed.
Hey man, comedians big part. Oh my God, can you just do an interview with him? Be like, can you be the comedian the whole time?
I'd be like, can you be John Winchester?
He was it. Oh yeah, you too, yeah. But he was in more of that movie than the first couple minutes because they did flashbacks and stuff, like him in Manhattan in Vietnam, him in Night Owl during the riots and stuff. Tyler, are you there? Uh-oh. We may have lost Tyler. The comedian's coming for us now. Oh no! Wait till you listen back to this, Tyler. Anyway. I thought I lost you. You're still coming in kind of choppy. The comedian's coming after us. But thankfully you're back to answer the question. Whatever happened to the American dream? Uh-oh. You can hear me, but I can't hear you.
I can see you. Can you see me?
Yes. So whatever happened to the American Dream?
It's a good question. Stay tuned, so we'll have the answer for you next episode.
We mentioned the comedian too many times. He's coming for us. They need to make some good comedian cosplay. And Night Owl. And Spectre. Costumes I've seen for Night Owl are horrendous.
Rorschach.
Just remember to smile.